there is one effect of meditation which I noticed, and it's maybe the thing I love the most about meditation. And I am not really even sure how to describe it in a way that makes sense. It's a sort of weird feeling of constant gratitude in a sense. It's, I assume that at least sometimes you have a feeling of being grateful. I don't know, maybe you are hungry and then you go and you buy some food, and when you eat the food you feel really good because you are finally eating. Or like you had a very difficult day, like a lot of stuff to do at work, or maybe, I don't know, a long bus ride, or other type of things, and then you get at home and you get into bed and you finally can sleep, and you get that feeling of, it's sort of like a relief, a sense of peace. And my impression is that usually this type of feeling has I would even call it a justification, a something that happens that justifies feeling that way. And what has happened to me with meditation over the years is that this feeling of being happy and grateful in a sense just became kind of like a constant. And it's a weird feeling because you start to feel happy about things which are practically meaningless. For example, right now I am looking around in my room, and I look at the wall, and of course it's just a wall. There is nothing special about the wall. It's like the one you see, it's like the one you can see in the background, but it still makes me feel happy in a way. And also the other things which are in the room, and then the fact that now it's the winter, so it's cold outside, and I am in the inside and it's a heated place, so I don't feel as cold as I would if I were outside. Or even just the feeling of fresh air moving in through the lungs as I inhale, and then the kind of hotter air which comes out as I exhale. It's absolutely meaningless things, but they still make me feel happy to a point where I even wonder whether it's worth it to go out and seek an aim and have goals and try to achieve. Because in the end, I already know that I already have everything I need. You can remove pretty much, well, actually it's not completely true. I am talking from a position where it's easy for me to say that I already have everything I need, even if you remove everything, because in reality I don't think it would be as easy if you, for example, put me out in the cold, or you remove the advantages we have today with technology and everything else. But if you ignore these basic needs, food, shelter, the basic needs, I can happily live without. I'm starting to doubt what I am saying. Maybe it's not true. Maybe I wanted to say that I am happy regardless, but I now realize that maybe it's not actually true. So I don't really know. I'm sorry. It's probably a bit of a letdown that I interrupted the thought there. But I think it's healthy. It's healthy to stop when you realize that you are saying something you don't really agree with. I think there is too much pressure on always being right and standing for what you say. I think it's counterproductive. It goes, if the goal is to find what is true, meaning what best describes reality, I think it's important that we are always looking at what we think and what we say. And I think it's wrong to hold very tight to what we believe in. And I'm not saying not to have strong opinions. What I'm saying is have strong opinions, but don't hold to them too tightly, because it's always possible that we are wrong. And the important thing is that when we realize that we are wrong, that we are ready to drop whatever it is the position we now discover to be wrong. For example, I now believe that what I was about to say a minute ago is not correct, because in reality, I can be, or maybe I was just expressing it in a wrong way. The idea was, I sometimes wonder whether I should, for example, drop all I am doing here with these videos and spend my time to work further on my skills as a programmer. But I realized that it would not be worth it, because yes, for certain I would be able to earn more money and save more and all those type of things, but it's not gonna make my life happier. I already reached what I would consider to be the maximum happiness I can feel. And so even if you add more, it's, if I have more money, I can buy a better camera, or if I have a better job, maybe it looks better in the resume, and then if I go and look for a new job, I might have more chances of getting hired. But it's all things that seems kind of ephemeral. They are not, and I don't think they are necessary in order to be happy. I already have more than I need to be really happy. And maybe the thing I actually wanted to say earlier is that with meditation I reached this place where sometimes I still think it would be nice to reach this and do this and do that. But then I go back to meditation and I realize that once again, I already have everything I need. And let's say it helps me from, it allows me to save the time I would otherwise waste trying to pursue goals which in the end are not justified, because maybe you get a few days of excitement because you got a better paying job, or you bought a new car, or those type of things, but that's a type of satisfaction, of pleasure that goes away very quickly. I consider it like the fog after you take a hot shower. You have the bathroom which has, let's say, quite a bit of steam in the air, but it's not gonna stay there for 20 years. It's gonna go away in maybe half an hour. And the same way I see the pleasure that comes from pursuing these ephemeral goals, and the strategy I use to prevent myself from falling down those traps is to meditate. And my original impression of meditation was that I would, in reality, I started meditating pretty much by chance. But after I started to realize what type of impact meditation could have had on my life, I grew to believe that meditation would have, in a way, changed me and freed me from these sort of useless desires. But it's not what I noticed. I remained the same. Meditation is just a tool to save myself, I would say, a ton of time. So maybe this diary has been a bit too meta, because I started with an idea and then I changed my mind because I realized I was not agreeing with what I was saying. So then I drifted a bit into why I believe it's important that we never hold tight to what we believe in, including this statement. So let's add an extra layer of meta. And then I found better words, and so I went back on my tracks and I concluded the thought I opened this diary with. And I think it's important to I would call it staying true to oneself. I saw a thought now crossing my mind that maybe I could cut out the first part and just keep the short ramble about always having opinions but never holding tight to those opinions. And I thought I could only cut out that part and turn that into the diary. But it would not maintain its genuinity. I like these diaries to be kind of raw. In the videos on the main channel, you don't see me in the same way as you see me in these diaries, because I cut a lot of things and I put them together and there is a script I am following. Whereas here, these diaries, I always talk from the heart. So the creation of what I am talking about, the way it comes to be, is different. And I want it to be this way. And it's not gonna appeal to everyone, because in the end it's just an idiot rambling in front of a camera. But as I said already, and as I will keep saying, I believe that maybe one day someone out there will find these diaries useful in some way. And maybe that person is you. In which case, of course, I am glad I could help in some way. So, if you want to see how this diary progresses, as always, make sure that you are subscribed. And for everything else, I'm Jason, and see you next time.